Live slowly to listen to your heart. Dear friend, I invite you to pause for a moment. Just a moment. Not to do anything, not to become better, just to breathe. I know, you've tried so hard. You've woken up each morning carrying expectations, to-do lists, and roles you feel you must fulfill. You've walked through each day, perhaps in silence, perhaps in noise. But it's very likely you've forgotten someone, the person who needs you most, yourself. And that's okay. We won't judge. Today, I'm not here to ask you to try harder. I'm here to sit beside you gently and say, I understand that you're tired. I feel the weight on your shoulders, carried through years of effort. I see your eyes that once sparkled like the stars, now tinged with the sadness of someone who's forgotten how to cry. You don't need to be better. You don't need to be faster. You don't need to prove anything more. You just need to be heard. And today, I'm here to listen with you. Dear friend, when was the last time you paused to ask, how is my heart doing? Not to find solutions, not to analyze, but to listen simply, like listening to the wind rustling through the trees, lightly, ever so lightly. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe. Just breathe. You don't need to do it perfectly. Feel your breath like a gentle stream caressing your heart. That stream doesn't ask how many goals you've accomplished today. It just flows because that's its nature. Your heart is the same. It beats because you deserve to live, not for achievements, not for proof. And if in this moment you feel like crying, let yourself cry. If a sadness rises within you, let it surface like a bubble bursting. It's okay. Emotions don't make you weak. They make you real. I'm here. We're here together in this moment, breathing in sync. You are not alone. I breathe, and I allow myself to pause. I acknowledge the exhaustion within me, and I embrace it with love. Dear friend, now that you've gently touched your own exhaustion, I invite you to step into a deeper stillness, not to find answers, but to allow yourself to pause, not to give up, not to fall behind, but to pause, to return. In a world that constantly urges you to try harder, imagine an arm stretching out, resting on your shoulder, whispering, you don't need to run anymore. You don't need to prove anything. You don't always need to be okay. You can sit down, right here, right now. Close your eyes once more and imagine walking through a forest in the morning. No one ahead, no one behind, just a gentle breeze, the occasional chirping of birds, and the soft, damp earth beneath your feet. You pause by a large tree, lean against it, breathe, do nothing, just be present. I know this may feel confusing. What's the point of doing nothing? We've been taught that rest is laziness, that stillness is useless, that pausing is failure. But dear friend, it's in pausing that your heart finally gets a chance to speak. It cannot shout over the noise, but it always whispers, "Hey, I'm here. Don't keep going until you hear me." You don't need permission to pause. I or anyone else don't hold that power. You are the only one who can give yourself this precious gift to pause, to breathe, to be yourself without needing to be perfect. And if right now a part of you feels guilty, Embrace that part like a trembling child afraid of being scolded. Tell it, it's okay, you're allowed to rest. You're loved even when you do nothing. I allow myself to pause. I don't need to do anything more to deserve love. I am enough, even in stillness. Dear friend, in the next part, we'll step into your heart, where your inner voice is still gently waiting to be heard. Dear friend, now that you've allowed yourself to pause, now that the noise around you has softened and you're sitting with yourself honestly, gently, without haste, I invite you to listen, not to the world, not to the things you must do, but to the soft whisper that's always been there in your heart. Perhaps you've never clearly heard it, because life is too loud, because you always had to hurry, and because you were taught that emotions only weaken you. But now, you've sat down, you've breathed, and you've chosen to return. That whisper is you. It's you without the armor. It's you not trying to be loved by anyone. It's you pure, whole, and lovable just as you are. Place your hand on your heart, gently. Feel its beat. No need to interpret. Just be present. Just whisper to yourself, I'm listening. And let the answer come in its own way. It might be an image, a memory, a pain you thought was long gone, or simply a deep breath you've never allowed yourself to take. Your heart isn't in a hurry. It's never wanted you to rush. It's your loyal friend, sitting quietly, waiting for you to return, without anger, without blame, asking for nothing but your presence. And in this moment, as you listen, it might say thank you. You finally come home. Dear friend, when you start listening to yourself again, you also begin to trust that within you lies a wisdom deeper than any advice, a gentleness greater than any logic, and a love that has never left you, no matter how many times you turned away from it. I listen to my heart, and I honor what it's saying. Each breath is a deeper connection to myself. Dear friend, now that you've touched the voice in your heart, now that you've sat quietly with yourself, I invite you to take one step deeper, a step toward the purest part of you, a part that never demands, never abandons, but has yet to be fully embraced by your light. I'm talking about the inner child within you. Can you picture them? Perhaps they're sitting in a quiet corner, silent, eyes looking up at you, full of hope and hesitation. They're not angry with you, just a little sad, because they've been waiting for you for so long, waiting for you to pause, to listen, to make a small space in your busy heart, so they can step forward and say, I'm here. I'm still here. Dear friend, step toward them, slowly and gently. You don't need to say anything at first. Just reach out your hand. Just smile. Just allow yourself to feel the innocence, the fragility and the wholeness of that inner child. You can sit beside them. Place your hand on their heart, or simply be silent, letting your heart and theirs merge without words. They might cry. You might cry too. Those tears don't come from sadness, but from a melting of distance, of years forgotten, of the wall between you and yourself now dissolving. Dear friend, say to them with your voice, Dear one, I'm sorry for leaving you in silence for so long. I'm here now. I see you. I love you. And I won't leave you again. Then embrace them. Embrace as if you've never been held. Embrace, as if you're holding your own heart for the first time without conditions, without expectations, only with infinite love. I see the child within me. I listen to them. I love them. And I welcome them back into the home of my heart. Dear friend, after you've embraced the child within, let me guide you to sit again in stillness. Not the stillness of an empty void, not the silence that feels isolating, but a stillness like an old friend always there, waiting for you to notice its gentle presence. We often fear stillness, don't we? Because in it, there's no busyness to distract us from pain, no tasks to soothe the feeling of being lost, no one to please, just us with ourselves. But dear friend, it's in that stillness that a door opens, not a door to some far-off place, but a door to return. I invite you to imagine you're sitting in a softly lit room, the window open, the breeze touching your skin like a caress. No noise, just the rhythm of your breath, the rhythm of your heart, and the full presence of you for you. You can hear the faint rustle of leaves outside, the tiny creak of wood expanding in the sunlight. You can hear yourself. And in that listening, you begin to understand stillness isn't frightening. Stillness is a friend misunderstood. Dear friend, I know you've learned to run fast, to run so you don't have to feel, to run to always be good enough, to run to avoid facing the quiet. But you don't need to run anymore. Stillness won't hurt you. It doesn't come to judge you. It comes like a mother's embrace, open wide, saying only, "Come home, child, sit here, just be present." And when you sit long enough in that stillness, you'll discover something miraculous. You've never been lacking. You've never been lost. You just needed to pause long enough to feel whole again. Let stillness be your resting place, your place to breathe, your place where you don't need to strive to be worthy, your place where you can just be you, and that's enough. I'm not afraid of stillness. Stillness is my friend. In silence, I am loved deeply, fully, and safely. Dear friend, now that you've made peace with stillness, now that you're no longer afraid to be alone with yourself, I invite you to look around and within, to notice the noise you no longer need to hold on to. We grew up in a world that never stops talking about success, busyness, perfection, about needing to be like someone else to be loved. And slowly, those voices became the voice in your mind. I'm still not enough. I need to do more. I can't slow down. I'll be left behind. Those voices repeat until you think they're yours. But no, dear friend, they're not your true voice. Your true voice is much gentler, soft as the wind, warm as the first light of day, honest as a sigh released after years of holding it in. And you have a choice to choose what to listen to choose what to believe, to choose what to keep and what to let go. Imagine you're standing at a crossroads in a forest. One path leads to the noise, urgent, rushed, judgmental. The other veers toward soft light, stillness, and slowness. No one forces you to choose. No one checks on you. It's just you and your heart. And if you listen, you'll know where you want to go. Dear friend, when you let go of the unnecessary noise, you don't lose yourself. You clear the way to meet yourself again. like when the wind blows through the trees, carrying away withered leaves, leaving only fresh branches, new soil, and space for true life to grow. You're the same. You don't need to add more. You just need less. Less noise, less rush, less need to be anyone but you. Breathe with me, and as you exhale, imagine gently blowing away the voices you no longer need. I have to be faster. Blow it away. I'm not good enough. Blow it away. I need to please everyone. Blow it away. Each breath is an act of love, a release, a step back home. I let go of the noise that no longer serves me. I listen to the stillness within, and I'm safe there. I choose gentleness, not because I'm weak, but because I deserve to be gentle with myself. Dear friend, after letting go of the noise you don't need, something wondrous begins to happen. You start to hear the true rhythm of your heart, no longer drowned out by hurried sounds, no longer hidden by layers of defense. Now, your heart beats softly, as if alive for the first time. Place your hand on your chest, gently, not to check, not to force, just to touch your life. Can you hear it? That's the sound of a part of you that never died, only forgotten. A part that still believes in love, still believes in gentleness, still waits for you to return. I invite you to imagine, inside your chest, a rose is slowly blooming, not in haste, not needing to prove its beauty, just blooming because it's loved, just blooming because that's its nature. Your heart is the same. It doesn't need to be perfect to be loved. It doesn't need to be fully healed to love again. It just needs to be touched by light, by breath, by presence. Dear friend, say this to yourself as if speaking to someone sitting across from you, looking at you with grateful, trembling eyes. I love my heart. Thank you for not giving up. I won't abandon you anymore. Perhaps you've hurt your heart before by ignoring, pushing, blaming it. That's okay. Today, you can start anew, not with perfection, but with truth, by simply being with your heart and saying, I'm here, I'm listening, I love you. And you'll see, your heart doesn't struggle to come alive. It doesn't need anyone to fix it. It just needs to be seen as it is. And when it is, light begins to spread. From within to without, from every cell to your smile, from you to the world. I love my heart as it is. I don't love it because it's perfect. I love it because it's real, because it lives, and because it's me. Dear friend, now, as your heart blooms like a flower freshly watered, as you've touched the gentle stillness and loved yourself from the deepest place, I invite you to step out of this meditative space, not to leave the light behind, but to carry that light into the world. The world out there may not change. It still has its hurried pace, its packed schedules, unanswered questions, and fleeting glances too rushed to see deeply. But you've changed. You no longer step out with resistance. You step out with presence, with a heart that's been touched, with steps infused with breath. I invite you to imagine, each morning when you wake, before reaching for your phone, before the must-dos, you place your hand on your heart and whisper, "Hello, dear heart. I'm still here. Today, I'll walk with you every breath." And then, you step into a new day still doing what needs to be done. but with a new rhythm, the rhythm of light, of love, of gratitude. Dear friend, living slowly doesn't mean abandoning the world. Living slowly means embracing the world with a wider heart, not overwhelmed, not swept away, but living from within, from a place of stillness, strength, and radiance. And when you bring that light home into the gaze you share with your child, into the way you pour water for yourself, into the way you say no to what no longer fits, you're living as light itself. Remember, you don't need to go back to how things were. You've crossed a threshold. You've chosen to listen. You've chosen to love. You've chosen to return. Now, you carry that with you, not as a burden, but as a small candle, quietly glowing in your heart. I live to the rhythm of my heart. I don't need to rush. I don't need to hurry. I carry the light within me into everything I touch. Dear friend, this journey doesn't end here. It's only just begun. In every breath you choose to listen to, in every moment you remember, you are worthy of love, not because of what you've achieved, but because you're living, breathing, and being yourself